So I try not to be negative on here as much as I can. Even when I'm complaining about something, it's usually kind of lighthearted. But I really gotta complain about something. Today, first person of the day comes into the shop. My instructor says, all right, you're gonna be in that last chair down there with Coy. The guy looks at me and he says, why do I always get stuck with the new guy? First of all, I'm not even the newest guy there. There's 2 people that are newer than I am. Second of all, your hair is like a 4 all over. It's one length. It's a burr. Anybody could do this haircut. You probably could have done this haircut at home on yourself. And I just wanted to walk down there and be like, hey, I'm perfectly capable of doing this haircut. You don't have to be an asshole. Boy, did I ever fuck up a haircut today. And this is like, I've had small things that I was like, well, I know this can be fixed. Maybe I can't fix it, but my instructor will come fix it. So this kid sits down in my chair, and I know that it's a hard part. And so generally, you kind of like you can usually kind of look at it and tell which side the hard line is going to be on. And I looked at it and I was like, I'm not sure, because the way the kid had his hair styled. And so I combed a little bit and it went right. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, you comb your hair this way, right? He goes, yeah. All right. So I like take my 2 on the sides, you know, just down here at the bottom, around it, and then I go up here to the line. No big deal. That's what I do every time. And then I get the hair wet, comb it over, and go right down the line so it's nice and clean. I section out the hair on the other side. And that's where the hard part is supposed to be. Now, it looked like it had been a while since he'd gotten a haircut, so I couldn't tell. But as soon as I got it wet and started combing it around, I was like, oh shit. And I looked at the guy next to me and I was like, Marcus, look at this real quick. He goes, like he knew right away what I had done. And like, I asked the kid, you comb your hair this way, right? So I don't know how he didn't know. It wasn't like a little kid. It was like, I don't know, like a 10-year-old kid. But he's not to blame, I am. Yeah, so I went to my instructor and I was like, hey, we got a situation here. I have just really fucked up this haircut and you're gonna have to fix it. He's like, okay, what happened? He's like, I did the hard part on the wrong side. He's like, did you cut the line in? No, I didn't cut the line in, but just about everything else. And so that happened. He salvaged it, and the kid kind of has, I guess normally it's a hard part, but it is kind of cut like a crew cut anyway. So in another situation on another head, it could have been way worse, but god damn. And I wasn't like mad. I was just like, how the fuck did I do that? Like, you just want to look in the mirror and be like, how fucking stupid are you that you did that? I don't know. I just always, when the hair is dry is when I want to run my clipper through it and get my little, baseline down there at the bottom, and then I wet it and comb it and get my sections out, and then I do my, you know, baseline from there, and maybe not anymore. Rough day. Real rough day. So we're in a little bit of a different location than my normal filming spot. Normally we're in front of a DVD wall of some kind, but I'm out at my parents' house tonight, and so I thought, well, let's go up by the woods and get a change of scenery. So we're out in nature. Anyway, went to see Ma today, so I thought I would tell you all about it. And I'm going to try not to spoil anything, because I like for people to be able to watch this and then, you know, go watch the movie if they want to. Overall, I liked it. Octavia Spencer was great. She's kind of always great. It really took its time, which is something that I think a lot of horror movies don't necessarily do. It felt to me a lot like a movie like Swim Fan, maybe. I don't know if that's something everybody's familiar with necessarily, but that kind of thing where a guy breaks up with a girl and the girl goes crazy, or the girl breaks up with a guy and the guy goes crazy, like a more of a stalker thriller type of thing than a horror movie, which is cool. What was weird to me was, well, let me go back. I think it was great that they took a lot of time with kind of setting up the characters. Maybe not all of them. I mean, the kids aren't all that fleshed out, but you kind of are familiar with them at least. You've gained some kind of a relationship with them by the time anything really happens. So most of the stuff that you see in the trailer, I think, is in the last 30 to 40 minutes of it. It's not a long movie. It felt longer than it was, which is not to say that it's boring. Just like I said, it's paced slowly. You know, they're taking their time so that you can get to know the people a little more and see the kind of relationships and everything. But, you know, a lot of the more horror type stuff was later on, so it didn't necessarily feel all the way through like a real horror movie. More just kind of suspenseful or thrillery or that kind of thing. But overall, it's kind of slightly better than average. There's no real gore necessarily, which, not that, you know, all horror movies have to be gory or anything, but just so you know. And you know, I dug it. I would recommend it. I think it's one that, you know, you're not going to be kicking yourself if you end up waiting for Netflix on it, but I wouldn't say like, oh, necessarily like wait on it, you know. But I'm also not going to tell you to like rush out and see it. It didn't blow me away. So overall, middle of the road, you know, 3 out of 5 stars, I would say. But Octavia Spencer was great. She really holds the whole thing together. I feel like with a lesser actress, you would definitely have had a much lesser movie. So that's what I thought.